Load up your Buchs, the highest rated segment in this show's history. Steve shares his favorite MLB plays at each position. Garion either fights back, tells Steve why he's wrong, or Garion will be a coward and agree. The series in this electric USA-Canada rivalry is currently tied at 4. Steve, your pitcher tonight is who and why?
Yeah, look, I'll just be perfectly clear. This is only a 5-game slate tonight, so if Garion agrees with most of these picks, I'm not going to give him a hard time. There's not much to choose from. But look, Shane McClanahan going against the Red Sox tonight. They're obviously dealing with massive COVID issues, so this is a team to pick on until further notice. And quite frankly, McClanahan already pitched well against this team when they were healthy. 6 innings pitched, 1 run, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, 26 DraftKings fantasy points in that start. But the biggest thing that gets me here is if the Red Sox run out the same lineup that they did last night, here's some of the numbers that those group of players have against lefties. 6 of those hitters have a 145 isolated power or less. 3 of those hitters have a WRC plus of 49 or less. That's that's not even possible, but it is apparently because they're there. 4 hitters in that lineup have a K rate of at least 21%. Literally checks off all the boxes you want tonight. He's going to be very chalky, but at this point, 5-game slate, I think you really go out of the places anyways.
Okay, how are we feeling about this one, Garion? Do you want to agree?
Well, I mean, let me start this segment the way I start every one of these segments. I will never concede. I will never agree. Ties are for losers.
Yes.
We are always going to try to overcome this. Also, we're running out of seasons, so if I keep saying tie, this might never end.
Yeah, right.
Look, this is a weird slate. It's 5 games, and the 2 most expensive pitchers are both rookies. I'll take the other rookie. I'll take Triston McKenzie at $9,300.
Oh, boy.
You do have to take a little leap of faith here that he's not actually hurt, but I think this was just Cleveland trying to augment and save a young pitcher's arm by putting him on the IL with something made up, like shoulder fatigue. They're just trying to manipulate innings. It's fine. He's healthy. And the 3 starts he made prior to going on the IL, it really seemed like this was the transition of a young prospect pitcher into a stud. 1.29 ERA, held opponents to a 143 WOBA in that 3-start span, 33.3% strikeout rate, and most importantly, a 12-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. That was the knock on McKenzie early in the season. He could not control his pitches. If he can control his stuff, it really looks like Cleveland's developed their 17,000th ace in the past decade. So I will take McKenzie going up against a Royals team that has the lowest WOBA against right-handed pitching in the American League at 294. This is a good matchup. It's in a good ballpark, and he's looked great as of late.
And you're saving people $800 here compared to Steve's top-priced human being. Hey, your infielder is who, Steven?
Yeah, we're going to go with Austin Riley. The Coors Field game is going to be massively popular tonight. When you throw a 12.5 game total on the DraftKings Sportsbook, that's going to catch people's attention. But that doesn't mean I'm going to steer away from it because it's going to be too chalky. It's a 5-game slate. There really isn't, different ways that you can go on this slate. But Austin Riley facing Chichi Gonzalez tonight, who's essentially the only pitcher on the Rockies staff who gets hit on the home at home and on the road. It's usually one or the other for the entire staff. Not Chichi Gonzalez. He's like, I'll just get hit everywhere. At home against righties specifically, 401 WOBA, 5.42 FIP, and a 1.5 home run per 9 inning against them. He's just getting shelled from both sides of the plate. Austin Riley has cemented himself in that cleanup spot in the Braves lineup. 5,600. It's expensive, but again, when this is projected to be almost 13 runs in a game, you absolutely want the guy who's batting cleanup for the team with a 6.5 team total. That's Austin Riley. Nothing mind-blowing here, but that's the guy I'm going with tonight.
Amen, dude. He's having a career-defining type of season, too. It's tough to go against this one, Gare Bear.
Well, again, it's tough to go against it. Steve's right in everything he said, but I will not tie, so I will just take a different great Atlanta Brave corner infielder. Let's talk Freddie Freeman at $5,900. I just think he's the better hitter. And if he's only $300 more, I'm willing to make that sacrifice. Freeman, since the All-Star break, hitting .331 with a .524 slugging percentage. He really looks like the MVP from last season yet again after some bad batted ball luck in the first 2 months of 2021. As Steve mentioned, Chichi Gonzalez, terrible anywhere. He's got a 6.64 expected ERA so far this season, an 89% zone contact rate. You do not want to allow that much contact at Coors Field, especially to a guy like Freddie Freeman. I'll pay the extra $300 and go with the better hitter.
All right, take us to the outfield, Steve. You're going back to that Red Sox-Rays game?
Yeah, look, we're going with the projected Rookie of the Year in Randy AROZARENA, which feels odd because it feels like he's been in the league for 3 years now, but he is the leader of Rookie of the Year on DraftKings Sportsbook, and his numbers are just so good against lefties. He's facing Eduardo Rodriguez tonight, but you look at what AROZARENA has done against lefties: 378 WOBA, 225 isolated power, 146 WRC plus, and 9 of his 18 home runs. Eduardo Rodriguez had a really tough first half. He seems like he's kind of righted the ship in the second half, but one thing that has remained consistent is that he struggles a lot more on the road than he does at Fenway Park. They're playing in Tampa tonight. AROZARENA hitting near the top of that lineup, should have ample opportunity to get on base, knock in some runs. This is just a great spot for him, so taking him in the outfield.
Okay, then, Gerber, who are you taking?
Yeah, my top outfielder play today. Don't read MLB targets on the DK playbook because it might say something about Randy AROZARENA. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter right now.
Wow.
What matters is Hunter Renfroe at $4,200. Why not save $300 and go with Hunter Renfroe? I know Steve rattled off some really good stats about how much the projected Red Sox lineup might struggle against a left-handed pitcher. Not Hunter Renfroe. This dude rakes against left-handed pitching. He's got a 910 OPS, a 144 WRC plus against southpaws so far this season. And because the Red Sox are going through COVID hell right now, Renfroe's been called upon to essentially be this team's leadoff hitter, which I did not think was going to happen at any point this season, but he's actually qualified to do it against a left-handed pitcher. So if we get 5 plate appearances from Hunter Renfroe today at $4,200, I think he can bring back a ton of value.
And you saw last month when he was catching frogs with his bare hands?
I did.
Yes.
And then I saw it again on your Twitter page. A must follow.
This is why you are my second favorite analyst on this segment. Put up your Buchs, which we will wrap up here with Steve's value play tonight.
Yeah, Garion is so much better than that dork Nick Fryer who has like the weirdest backdrop in history. Look, Bobby DALBEC, I usually don't have hitters going against pitchers that I like tonight, but if you're looking for value on this slate, you're not going to really come up with much. The majority of quote-unquote value plays tonight either aren't even in the major leagues or don't even crack the starting lineup. So good luck trying to find some value. But DALBEC is coming off a red-hot month of August. 491 WOBA, 435 isolated power, and a 214 WRC plus in the month of August. Look, I mean, you just can't deny those numbers there. His ownership really shouldn't be that high either, even with all the issues going on. He's going to hit near the bottom of the lineup unless they shuffle things tonight, but he's got some good power numbers against lefties overall, so if you need some value, it's going to be hard to find. I don't like going against pitchers that I like a lot on this slate, but again, on a 5-game slate, sometimes you got to get a little wild. So yeah. DALBEC, we're going to get wild at first base.
Buchs, they brought in Kyle Schwarber, and it's like the Michael Jordan meme with DALBEC, and I took that personally. Seriously, the guy has had a tremendous August. Gary, your value play is who? Because we know you're not going to agree with Steve.
So This is how confident I am that I've already won the first 3. Put up your Buchs.
Wow.
On this slate. I'm basically just going to punt. I'm just going to be like, yeah, this guy might win, but this is more crazy than anything. WILMER DIFO. WILMER DIFO is my value play on today's slate. $2,100. Multi-position eligibility. You can fit him in anywhere. He makes any lineup work. The last time the Pirates faced a right-handed pitcher back on Tuesday, DIFO hit second. Now, does that say more about DIFO or the Pirates? Let's not get into that. However, DIFO does have a 111 WRC plus against right-handed pitching so far this season. That's above average. He's also a switch hitter, so when the Cubs go to the bullpen, he should still have the platoon and handedness advantage. The other big thing here's my advanced stat of the day. Keegan Thompson is starting for the Cubs. Every starting pitcher in baseball with the first name Keegan is a dumpster fire. So the Pirates should probably score a bunch of runs today. WILMER DIFO just above the minimum, your value play of the day.